Hi, everybody. I'm back again. so, it's definitely safe to say that there is no way that I'm going to get the 50,000 words in, which is fine. So, you may wonder, why do I keep on harping about it? Because guess what? Here's the thing. I think it's really important for me to keep on, for me myself, I now want to kind of cheer other people on and not necessarily say that you can do it, but you know what? It really is the part where trying and and participating is key. Not that everyone has to participate, but it's really important for NaNoWriMo just for you to be writing every day. That is the key of it. I mean, if you're not up to writing every day, then that's fine. You're not participating, which is whatever, and that's okay too. That's the thing. All of it is okay, but what I see for NaNoWriMo is trying to make writing a part of your life. And if that is something that you're choosing to do, seeing how you can do that. And so for me, I want to try and support people by just cheering them on because I may not be able to do this, but maybe somebody else can. Maybe somebody else just needs that little push to just get them over the little whatever it is that's telling them I can't do it because you may be able to. You just have to try. You don't know until you've tried. If you haven't tried, then you can't say that you aren't able to do it because you don't know. There are people who have all kinds of obstacles in their way who are still able to get in those 50,000 words. Now, should that be your main focus? Maybe that's not where you are right now, and that's fine. Maybe all you're able to do, maybe all you're able to do is just a little bit of writing here and there, but just taking the time out, even if you have only a minute. For example, okay, and it's gonna get gross, but you're in the bathroom writing one little thing down while you're in the bathroom. Because hopefully that's one place where you're not being bothered. That, if you had to. It's really a gross thing to have to talk about, but there are anyone who's a mother, anyone who's been a mother understands the idea of having to lock yourself in a bathroom as the only way that you're gonna have any peace and quiet for even a moment. So that is a thing that is completely realistic, and no one no one's gonna say anything about it because that's just part of life. And if you really want to write something, then that can be part of it, is just carving out just even a little block of time. There was this one book and I really want to get it. I have to find it again, but it's called Teach Yourself How to Write 10 Minutes a Day. And that is amazing. Just the idea of 10 minutes a day. And I've even seen people or I've even seen things where it's just 1 minute. And really, that is all you take. If you're willing to text somebody to say, texting anybody, or you're on Twitter, these are all opportunities where you can take that moment, and instead of communicating with somebody, you could be writing a fraction of a story, even a sentence. Which, yeah, that's just me talking about cheering people on and saying yes, you can do it. And get encouragement, let me know. I will encourage you as best I can. You know, for as many ways as someone can come up with a reason why you cannot, I can try and come up with a reason you can. But however, that is, having said that, if you feel that you are not able to do it, you will also be able to come up with just as many any reasons, and not even necessarily excuses, because excuses sound so. I always hated that term excuse, because to the person who's giving them, they are reasons. They aren't excuses. That these are your fact of life. This is your life right now, right? So I've always hated the term excuse, because it makes it sound like you have you have the luxury or the option of doing the other, whereas maybe you don't. So I just, but I've seen people come up and go, well, I just don't have that kind of time, and that's valid. I won't argue on that, because if you feel that you don't have that kind of time, I'd be willing to show you places where you might be able to. However, if you're really really set in the idea that you don't have time, then you may not make the time, because you don't have the time. And that's where it just comes a matter of like, what do you really want to do? If you want to do if you want to do the writing, then you need to take time away from something else, because something else in your life is taking up that time away from the writing. And if you aren't able to make that time, then no one I'm not going to judge you on that. No one's going to judge you on that. I think all that happens for me is I feel a little bit sadder that someone doesn't feel that they don't they don't feel it's worth the time, which is sad, because I think that it is. Like, if you want to create something, anything, and not even just writing, but like anything artistic, I it's worth it. There's there's been studies talking about how valuable. I mean, if you take a look at the reason why there's the rise of coloring books right now, the rise of coloring books came about because people needed to unwind. Well, coloring it's a form of artistic expression. So there's recognition there that it helps with like with other parts of your life. Sorry, not sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I feel very strongly about this. And besides, if I can't make 50,000, maybe somebody else out there can make 50,000. Actually, other people will, and friends of mine already have. So I really kudos to the people who have. Um, I wish I would be one of those people that's wearing that mantle. Instead, I'm going to be sitting here describing bazaars, markets, and trying to like Frankenstein a story together. Always, yeah. I've learned my lesson for next year though. Next year, it'll be typed, and it'll be a first draft if I'm doing it. Although I really, really want to have those moments where I'm taking time to create a new story. And there are 3 times a year. There's like Nanowromo proper, and then there's one in April and June. Pardon me, the two Camp Nanorimos, and I am probably going to look at trying to get work on those, but with like full on first drafts, so I can actually just completely draft a story, and it'll be typed instead of written. I have these dreams. Those are my goals down the line. But in the meantime, I am going to see what kind of writing I can get done tonight. I have a bunch of other projects I'm going to be shifting into gear to work on, because I have other things I need to get done, but they're for good reasons. They're for really good reasons. And it's actually other writing kind of things that I need to get done. So it's writing, but it's not first drafting. So I'll be doing a little bit of both. I'll be doing some first drafting tonight and some other stuff. And yeah, but I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on talking and updating every day. Um, I will probably, give little hints of updates of where I'm at in my story. Those of you who are wondering, I'm on chapter 7 of 43, but I'm not like rewriting the whole entire thing, so I'm gonna be jumping through anyway. What my word count is. Let's see what my word count is. My word count currently is 19,472. Where am I supposed to be right now? I am supposed to be at 26,672. I am almost exactly like 700 or 7,000 words behind. And I expect myself to be probably, I'm probably going to be sitting at 35,000 words by the time I'm done. And that's just stuff that's getting added into the story. But you know what? That's still better than the last time. My last run at Nanowromo, like my last serious run at Nanowromo, where I didn't sort of drop out halfway, was 24,000. So I'm halfway through, and I'm already almost where I was the last time I went seriously through NaNoWriMo. So I call that a win anyway. Because anything beyond 24,000, because that's what I was before, it was 24,000, which was half, like, yeah, just not even half. So I'm confident I'm going to be able to do that. Although, I don't want to say that too soon. But let's see what I can do. Anyway, you don't know, as I'm saying right now, you don't know until you try. So I'm going to continue trying. You guys continue trying, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Have a good night. It's definitely safe to say that there